Quoth the Birdboy nevermore? Hey everyone, welcome to Princess Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with my blind reaction to Birdboy, The Forgotten Children. This is a donation reward for Isabella, so thank you, Isabella. So this is a shorter movie. It's not super long. I know it's animated, and that is literally all I know about it. I know its title, I know it's not super long, and I know it's animated. I have never otherwise heard of this before. I have never heard anyone mention it. I have never heard anything about it. So I know, like, literally nothing. Besides, again, the title and that it's short and animated. But that doesn't tell me anything. Now, the title, Birdboy, The Forgotten Children, doesn't really tell me much. Like, forgotten children can imply certain things, but it could mean a number of things. It's not clear enough to where it's like, oh, this is very explicitly this. No, it could mean that or this or that, or, you know, it could be a number of things. So many things. And it's really hard to just, like, guess, because it's like it's just vague enough. And excuse me. And Birdboy is pretty vague too. Like, is it like a superhero? Is it like a literal bird child? Like, what's the deal here? I don't know. I don't have any way of knowing. So I'm going into this without any knowledge of this, again, without ever having even heard of this film before. So I don't know what to expect. I don't know. But we're going to find out, and without really having anything else to say, we're just going to get right into it. But before we do, I do want to remind you all real quick that we have a lot of great content to check out on this channel. Between Monday and Friday, we have a plethora of awesome series reactions, and on Monday specifically, we also have YouTube, or at least YouTube-adjacent reactions. Shorts, specials, mini-series that just don't have a lot of episodes, or hell, just YouTube videos. Anything that really doesn't fit into a regular series or movie reaction goes in this slot. And speaking of movie reactions, we have those every Saturday and Sunday. Though that's normal. Like, as you're seeing this movie reaction today, you're seeing this on Sunday. Normally, that's how we do it. But this next week, starting Monday, tomorrow, we're doing a special week of Zatoichi films. Between Monday and Friday, there's going to be a Zatoichi film every day. We've already done 2 of them in the past, so we're doing the next 5 of them each day in a row. But that means there's not going to be any movie reactions next Saturday and Sunday. So they're just going to be 5 during the week. So you get more movie reactions, they're just not on the weekend. But normally they are on Saturdays and Sundays, and I pre-record them during the week and upload them on the weekend just so every day has some sort of reaction content going on. It's just next weekend there won't be that on Saturday and Sunday. However, we also do have Let's Play content on the channel. We are playing through Horizon Forbidden West, and that is being posted every other day. So you will have seen an episode of this come up today on Sunday. The next one will be Tuesday, and then Thursday, then Saturday, and so on and so forth like that. They're going to be every other day. As for Poppy Playtime, that is every Saturday, for as long as Chapter 1 lasts, which isn't long, mind you. But yeah, because Chapter 1's the only chapter that's released on the PS5, and so it's all I can really do for this Let's Play right now, until Chapter 2 eventually comes out. But yeah, that is on Saturdays, and is a donation reward Let's Play for Venom. So if you want to know how to donate for a future PS5 Let's Play, go to the channel, go to the channel search, and all in one search, type in June Double Reward Month PS5. It should lead you to the correct video that'll tell you everything you need to know in regards how to donate for a PS5 Let's Play in the future. But all of that being said, let's just get on with the reaction and see what this movie has in store for us. So, when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction because yes, we do redirect all of our reactions on this channel. I understand you don't want to have to click all these extra links, but luckily it's just one. Down in the description below, just one link takes you to the reaction. And you know how YouTube's copyright system is. It's really shitty. That's why we're doing this. I want to avoid any possible channel strikes or even worse, a channel termination. Because I've unfortunately had to deal with that in the past. Don't want to deal with it again. So to keep things safe, we push all reactions off to another site. And like I said, it's only one link that you have to click to get to it. So not a lot of work. On the plus side as well, everyone who watches this gets to see the full unedited reaction completely free. That's right. Everyone gets the full unedited reaction 100% free. No paywalls. You don't have to subscribe to any Patreon. And you don't even have to sync up your own copy. That's awesome because not every reaction channel can get away with that. In fact, a lot of them can't. And for very valid reasons, mind you. But they're not able to do it, whether due to monetization reasons or due to various other things, such as, copyright issues. And it's completely valid and understandable, but I do pride myself on being a channel that can give it to you completely free. It's something that I really like that I'm able to do for you. And after you watch the reaction, you can come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts. Will not only contain spoilers to the episode, or in this case, the movie, but will also contain my thoughts on it, thoughts on how it was made and everything, and maybe even stuff related to the channel. You never know. It's always worth checking out just to be safe. All of that being said, though, thank you so much for tuning in, as always. And for now, I will see you at the reaction. We're back. We'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. Like, there's no question I can't speak. The artistic integrity of this movie. There's no question that this film has a lot to say about the state of the world, the state of people in the world, and just the hopelessness that I guess maybe the creator, the writer, maybe has felt. Comparing the world to, this post-nuclear meltdown situation where you feel trapped and isolated on this island of pain and misery and hopelessness. But it's like, why would you make this movie? This movie is so depressing as fuck. On top of just being total what the fuck. The absolute what the fuck of this movie is harrowing, to say the least. It's so insanely, out there. I'm going into this movie thinking it's even with this starting with, this nuclear destruction and shit, I'm thinking that this is probably still a movie, for a somewhat younger audience, just, injecting in adult themes and scary situations and stuff. But no. I mean, dropping the F-bomb is kind of proof enough if that's not the case. But the tone of this film being so hopelessly bleak and depressing, and it's Jesus fuck. on top of, like, like extremely gory scenes, like with the demon tearing up the forgotten children, or just fucking horrifyingly depressing scenes like Little White Mouse, or whatever his name was, being violently and horrifically murdered by a little black mouse because they were fighting because their fathers were fighting, and Little White Mouse's father kills Little Black Mouse's father at the same time, so it's like they've both lost someone too, I guess, and it's just... We literally see a child murdered in this movie. Technically multiple children. I mean, you gotta count... I'm not counting the Forgotten Children because that's just like a cult thing. But like Birdboy is fucking murdered. It's just like... Again, it's very clear, and I looked it up, and yes, this is supposed to be super bleak and depressing and just nihilistically hopeless. Like, that's kind of the point. But still, like, Jesus fuck. Like, I don't know if, like, you suggested this, Isabella, because of, like, the artistic side of things and the obvious thematic messaging and all. But it's like, I deal with depression, right? I have issues with that, right? I haven't been secretive about that. I'm very open about dealing with depression and anxiety and existentialism and stuff. This shit, like, is a genuine, like, issue with me, and it's... And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you can't, like request movies like this that are going to affect me, because it's just... It clearly is doing its job right, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Because, again, it's what it was going for. This is the tone, the style, the themes, the ideas that this was going for. But it's just like, it's so fucking depressing. If it wasn't for the total what the fuck moments of this throwing me off so hard, like, I would probably not be in a good state right now. I'm only kind of holding it together because the what the fuck moments kind of, like, brought me back from the edge of, insane and intense depression. And I'm still not in the best state right now, honestly. Because it's like nothing ends right. Nothing ends happy. Again, I understand. The point of this is it's supposed to be nihilistic, supposed to be hopeless. That's the thing. But nothing ends happy. Except kind of for Dinky. I guess. There's a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of hope at the end. With Dinky finding this magical tree. That I guess is, like, hopeful for the island or whatever. But it's like... We just expect, like, something good to come from that? Because I don't. I have no reason to believe that. She tries to, like, bring the magic acorns to the rest of the island. They clearly can, create plant life and stuff. Probably, for the island and everything. But she tries to do it, she's probably going to get accused of selling drugs and just be shot out of nowhere. Because that seems to be a fucking thing. We just shoot people who we think might be selling drugs. We don't even have any proof or anything. The fuck? And it's like these 3 kids are almost like, violently and horrifically murdered by a creepy trash cult. And then even after escaping, thanks to Birdboy, they still fail in escaping. Because Zachariah is an asshole and brought them back instead of, taking them to the city. He has a boat. He could have taken them to the city. But no, he takes them back to their homes. We don't know what the other two's home life is like, but Dinky is like, having to deal with horrifically abusive Christian fundamentalist parents. It's like, fuck that shit. It's just like, what the actual fuck? I mean, I probably couldn't watch this movie again if you paid me to. I mean, technically, you paid me to watch it in the first place, but you know what I mean. I mean, I probably could not watch this movie again, like ever. It's just like it genuinely upsets me. And if the only thing that's like keeps me from like entering a severe, intense depressive episode is like being bombarded with like shit that's just like total what the fuck moments. It's like that's not exactly helpful as much as you might think. Apparently, this was a Spanish film too. And it was, I guess, based off of like a short film that came before it. I guess. I wonder if there's. I haven't checked the cast yet. I'm looking that up right now. I wonder if there's anyone I know in here. Hmm. Trying to see here if there's anyone I might know. Give me a second. Okay, apparently, false dad, whoever that is, I guess like Dinky's stepfather, was the English for kids voice of Don Krieg from One Piece. So that's interesting. Oh, Zacharias was Yuri Lowenthal. Okay. Yuri Lowenthal is a pretty notable name. He was Sasuke in Naruto. He's Peter Parker in the Insomniac Spider Man games. He's Joseph Oda in uh, Evil Within. I've actually met him. So that's a name I definitely know. Oh, and the young police officer, the one who shot Birdboy in the end, is Kyle McCarley. He was in Carol and Tuesday. He's Narancia from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 5. Okay, so I know a couple voices in here for sure. Other ones I don't recognize by name, at least. Like Dinky was Lauren Weintraub, however you pronounce it. Sandra was Sophia Bryant. Birdman was Jake Pake, I think. Um, Stuff like that. The piggy bank was Joseph Wims. Wayne Grayson was the parrot. So on and so forth. Sure. Um, Thanks for giving me depression, I guess, Isabella. Sorry if I'm just kind of zoning out here. It's just no. This actually bothered me. Like, I'm not even joking here. I'm trying to figure out stuff to say while also like trying not to think about the movie, because when I think about the movie, I like it just brings me very down. But it's like, how else do I think of something to say? I guess just general thoughts in the end. It's like I see the artistic value of a film like this, but I cannot by any means say that I liked this. In fact, like by all like measures, I would say I kind of hated this. And again, it's not. I'm not actually saying the movie is bad, not by any means. I'm just saying that I hated it. There is a difference. The movie, like I said, is technically speaking well made. It is just so unenjoyable to watch that it's like it like hurts my soul pretty much. And it's I don't want to keep talking about it, honestly. Um yeah, if you have thoughts, leave them below. If you can come away from this with thoughts, I commend you for that. Um, I'm Connie, and I guess I'm signing off. See y'all next time.